Welcome everybody. Hey, this special Saturday, not Saturday, I'm sorry, Sunday edition of Crash the Canvas. It is Sunday, March the 2nd, 2025. And wow, where do we go? Right? Hate to take a famous line, but two. Oh, what do you want to talk about? There we go. Back up, guys. Sorry. Let's see. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging it into your router or moving closer to it. Anyway, it's your boy David Mitchell, aka Dirty Mitch, and we are on the final road to WrestleMania. Last night, Elimination Chamber emanated from Toronto, Canada, the Rogers Center, formerly known, I think that was the Sky Dome, right? Where the Toronto Blue Jays play. But let's do all the good stuff here before we get going. I know what everybody wants to talk about. I got a few banners we need to run. As always, hit the like, share, subscribe button on this live stream. Facebook Live. We are on YouTube Live. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Still on the strive for 500 subscribers, right? Trying to hit 500. Let's get to 500. Get me to 500 subscribers, and I promise you I got an awesome prize package for y'all. I got some Crash the Canvas merch on its way to be in there. Let's see, what else can we throw in this for the 500th? I have a lot of wrestling memorabilia, as you see behind me. Multiple 8x10 autographs. One of the coolest things, I don't know. Who knows? I might throw this thing in there, right? I might throw this in there for the 500th subscriber. And it is, any true diehard wrestling fan, it is a WWE Hall of Fame replica ring, right? Throw in things like that, autographs. It doesn't matter. Let's get to 500 subscribers before we get to what we're talking about, right? And as always, busted open 24/7 on Sirius XM. We ain't 24/7 yet, but we're up there on the way. Started out as 15 years ago. That started out 1 hour, 1 day a week, right? Now they're on 7 days a week. Prime shows Monday through 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the Central Standard Time, 9 to noon on the East Coast. 9 and out on the West Coast, and 5 to 8 in Alaska, right? Trying to get their own channel, right? So close. We'll get into that in a little bit, right? When it comes to bus open, but man, how do we do this? So, like I said, what do we want to talk about? Obviously, as you can see, I am in my fucking busted open pink robe, right? So obviously, I want to talk about that no good piece of shit. Whoa, that could go for a couple people after last night. But fuck The Rock, right? John Cena did the unthinkable last night and turned heel at Elimination Chamber. Now, me as a diehard wrestling fan, right? And someone that enjoys long-term storytelling, et cetera, been longing for a John Cena heel turn for, well, this is 2025 for at least the last 13 years. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm dealing with some technical difficulties, so if y'all want to bear with me, what is wrong with my to paint this picture, we got to read last year, the night after WrestleMania. The night after WrestleMania last year, right? If you guys remember the Raw after WrestleMania in Philadelphia, a WrestleMania that I was in attendance at, you had the interaction, in-ring interaction between The Rock and Cody Rhodes, right? Cody Rhodes had just finished his story, right, with The Rock. I mean, with Roman Reigns, I'm sorry. And once he finished that, they had that in-ring interaction, right? Remember? The Rock wanted to hold his belt. He wanted Cody to hold his belt, right? And The Rock gave him that piece of paper, right? And man, it's been speculated what was on that piece of paper, right? Now, fast forward to Bad Blood, right? Remember this. Remember at the end of Bad Blood, and it was like, what did The Rock mean by the? And he pointed to Cody and Roman, and who was the third? Jimmy Uso. Yeah, Jimmy Uso was in the ring when that happened. Okay. Then as a wrestling fan, I had been yearning for The Rock versus Roman, right? The Rock versus Roman should have happened in LA at WrestleMania 39, right? Then you have The Rock, and I'm gonna have to pin that thought about why I think The Rock. One minute they say, he's busy, he's not going to be in Mania, he's not in our Mania plans. Then you get to Royal Rumble, and the time between the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, and things start to change. This year it did. Last year it did. I got a theory and a thought on that, but it's more of a business, right? Because at the end of the day, The Rock is a character, right? The Rock is a created character. Dwayne Johnson is the businessman, and Dwayne Johnson is on the board. So we'll get to that. Pin that, right? So post Royal Rumble, right? The Rock appears and he wants Cody's soul, right? Okay. Right? Where are they going with this? Leading up, it's like, where are they going with this? And then they, what was it, the Friday before, the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, The Rock reveals the belt that says Cody's soul and has the date that Dusty died. You know, it hit me in the feels when I seen that date. Hit me in the feels because, like I said, I've been a wrestling fan. I'll be 49 in 8 days. I've been a wrestling. I was taken to wrestling for the first time. It's about 3 of 19. Summer of 1979. Both my parents and my dad what do they got going on upstairs? Took me to the Shrine Mosque Auditorium in Springfield, Missouri, and it was on that card, right? That I seen the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I television, Georgia Chip Wrestling, right? If you're a fan, wrestling fan, let me disconnect a few things. I don't want to unplug, but let me take some of the stuff I've got connected to my Wi-Fi off, guys. Sorry, give me just a moment. I don't have an executive producer. I do this on my own, right? And I promise there's a rhyme to my reason. Just one quick shot. I should have done this before, but I've never really run into this issue where I have my studio set up right now, right? Post WrestleMania, I've got some remodeling things going on down here in the cave. Doot. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off on that. Okay, got less things pulling it down, guys. So anyway, let's backtrack again. So now we get to the Royal Rumble this year, right? Jey Uso wins. John Cena doesn't win. Roman Reigns doesn't win. CM Punk doesn't win. Seth Rollins doesn't win, right? All of your major, I'm not taking nothing away from Jey Uso. Yeet. Yeah, I'm riding with that. I'm on the yeet train too. But of the established main event guys, none of them won, right? So obviously, with the exception of Roman Reigns, you put those main event guys in the chamber. Now, you come to last night, right? And obviously, he wants Cody's soul. I loved the one thing they got right is how they presented the placement, right? You don't have Cody's announcement or whatever at the beginning if he's going to turn him down, right? Because that would have overtook the rest of the show. If he accepts it, you still don't do it at the beginning. You do it at the end, right? So fast forward, and I'm not taking away from any of the other matches. Hey, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus showed out. Shout out to congrats to Bianca Belair. She showed out. What was the other match? Oh, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Hey, classic. Hey, I'm gonna go on record right now. It's calling the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. Hey, they got my running for match of the year right now. Right? So anyway, you get to the chamber match, right? And it starts playing out. So you look at let's look at the participants of the chamber. You have Seth Rollins, you have John Cena, you have CM Punk, who else? Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, Damian Priest, because it was always speculated. What if Cody says no? Who will be the Rock's handpicked, quote unquote, final bosses champion, right? So let's go, process of elimination. So if Cody, when you're thinking, if Cody says no, who do they go with, right? If Cody says no, was that it of it, right? So you go down the order, the pecking order here, right? Obviously, Drew McIntyre, you take him off, right? Drew McIntyre, right, would have been an intriguing one because of him re-signing, being disgruntled, re-signing, and then get presented with the gift from The Rock, right? So, but you take him off, right? So now you have CM Punk, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Logan Paul, right? Think of them four, right? CM Punk, John Cena, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. Now when it comes to shock value, right? would it be shocking for a fucking heel for Seth Rollins to a heel turn, right? No, we've seen that, right? We've seen a heel turn with Seth Rollins when he stabbed, uh, when he turned on Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, right? So we've seen that. Okay, so take Seth Rollins off the table, right? Now you got Logan Paul, CM Punk, John Cena. Logan Paul would have been a shock value. I think the reason why, obviously, Logan Paul wasn't chosen is established history, right? You have no history with Cody, right? You have no in-ring history with The Rock. The only intriguing factor of you is your, 30, 40, 50 million Instagram social media followers, right? That's your claim to fucking fame. So take him up the table. That leaves CM Punk, John Cena, right? Now, I'm going to set the table to this. The busted open the Monday after the Royal Rumble, right? I had been yearning, well, as you get back to this John Cena retirement tour, right? It's official or whatever. I guess in the wrestling business, as they always say never. But let's just say he's going to be, he's going to be like, The Undertaker. He's going to be a man of his word. He says December 31st, he's done. Okay, so that means, I was always saying, if you put the belt on him, is this a swan song kind of, the way Ric Flair's ended, right? WWE run, where your next match, if you lose, you're done, right? And it made it all the way to Mania. And then I thought, okay, there's a few untapped feuds there, maybe. Who would his last match be, right? I'll get to that in a minute. Who I think that should still be. But after Royal Rumble, you didn't have, with John Cena, if you go and look at the history of John Cena, I want to say it was around the time he hit number 13, might have been 14 or 15. Anyway, once he got that far, it was kind of asked of him from periodically, time to time, hey, you ever given thought to you're getting close, tying Ric Flair's record, breaking, the 17, I guess is the benchmark, right? And he's always said, John Cena, before this year, has always said, hey, man, if it happens, it happens. If I get it, it's not about that, right? So when he's always said that, I'm thinking going into the Royal Rumble, knowing that this is his last year, right? Knowing that December 31st, John Cena is done. I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go out as the stalwart veteran that's going to put the next generation over, right? And I thought, what better way to put the next generation over, right, than for him to answer the call and say his name, and he will appear. Joe Hendry, right? Especially now with the working partnership with TNA. I'm thinking, man, could you imagine the ratings for TNA if all of a sudden fucking, Impact is on and fucking John Cena's music hits, or John Cena fucking walks out to the ring on Impact, in the Impact Zone, or wherever they're doing their tapings? I'm like, man, that was money on so many fronts, right? To the point where I'm like, it could happen. One thing that let me know that it at least at WrestleMania it wasn't going to happen is they didn't have any interaction in the ring at the Rumble between Joe Hendry and John Cena, right? So that let me know, okay, they're right. Okay, now go back and listen to now, obviously, John Cena's press conference post Royal Rumble. He said, this, I'm doing this. This is what's best for business. He was already talking heel Cena, right? So then now fast forward to Saturday morning, right? Yesterday morning, loyal Busted Open Nation member as I am, and I will get to that in a moment, got a special reveal for the entire Busted Open Nation. Right? Cycling, Tommy Dreamer, Denise Salcedo, and you want the hardest working woman in wrestling, talk wrestling and radio with wrestling. There's no further Salcedo, right? She was the one that asked The Rock the first question at the press conference, and he said Lisa, and she said no, Denise. He said, oh okay, right? That woman, she's badass. Shout out to Denise Salcedo. Anyway, so then you got I said when they were talking about possible outcomes for the chamber, and it was brought up, what if Cody says no? Is there somebody else involved in the chamber that would turn, so we got it down to John Cena, CM Punk, right? And to me, if it would have been CM Punk, I would have been on board with that. I mean, to the point where go on YouTube on the Busted Open podcast, and there's video with Dave, Bully, and I believe it's Mark, where they discussed that to the point where I think it was Tommy, CM Punk, corporate man Punk, right? Because what did he say when he came back? I ain't here to make friends. I'm here to make money, right? If you're a corporate man, that's definitely what, you're about, is making money. But then I thought, I'm a diehard wrestling fan. And on top of that, I'm a diehard Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Stone Cold, right? Think about this. Think about when they turned Stone Cold heel at WrestleMania 17 against The Rock in Houston, in one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, hands down, from top to bottom, right? And it's the fans, it got shit on. Nobody wanted, at that point, nobody wanted a heel Stone Cold. Stone Cold was so over, right, that turning him heel kind of fucked shit up, right? Even though that was his idea. And I believe it was somebody, it's been reported now, somebody said, we owe it to Steve to try this, right? And the fact that he aligned himself with Vince McMahon, I think made that more shitty, right? But anyway, so that kind of eliminated the CM Punk factor of turning heel at the chamber. What about John Cena? Think about this as a wrestling fan. And like I said, I'll be 49 in 8 days. And I've been a wrestling fan since I was 3.5 years old. That was the very first time I was ever taken to wrestling. The very first time I ever watched wrestling on TV. That's about 4.5, and watched Georgia Championship Wrestling and heard one of the greatest of all time, Gordon Solie, right? And so when you've been a fan that long, it's kind of like shock value. What can they do that hasn't been done? Or what can they do that's been done and put a twist on it? Hold up, got some comments right quick. Let me check the comments. Sorry, I had some other things. Oh, that's my boy Chris. Good morning, Droopy. You're a third shifter like me. Yo, I'm giving it to him. Giving it to him the only way I can. Anyway, let me get back banners because I got some. So back to where I was at. Sorry, guys. Um, got a little sidetracked. So I said I called in Saturday morning. Um, if you are a subscriber to Sirius XM satellite radio, go and on Siri. Not you, Siri. I said Sirius, and my Apple products thought I said Siri, and they're going off. But go on yesterday's show, Saturday's show with Tommy and Denise. I was the very first caller, and I told them I brought that up. What about John Cena? Right? We've been wanting a Cena heel turn forever, and it's always been, he's the golden goose. He sells more merch than anybody. He um, the Make a Wish stuff, all of that was a factor. And Tommy Dreamer, respect the hell out of him, love the hell out of him. Shout out to Tommy Dreamer, shout out to the House of Hardcore. But Tommy said there's too much money involved to turn him heel. The merch, the build up, all of that. Okay. Now, fast forward to last night, right? You get down to the end, right? Elimination Chamber, right? The final three. Let's go look at that. Final three were Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena, right? And hey, shout out to Seth Rollins. Had them purple and black Jordan 12s on as part of his ring attire. But in the end, CM Punk eliminates Seth Rollins. So it's down to Cena and CM Punk. And I'm like, hell yeah, here we go, right? Because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm thinking in my head of a story they could tell if it was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, because how they would play off and intertwine the AEW factor that they both share, right? I'm thinking, hell yeah, hell of a cinema, right? Take my money, as you always do, as they always do. Well, sign me up. And CM Punk or Seth Rollins sticks around for a little bit and gets a curb stomp off through the cage the way they had it on CM Punk. And John Cena, ultimate opportunist, no pun intended, Edge, ultimate opportunist, rolls up for the 1, 2, 3, right? Holy shit, John Cena wins. And it's like, man, here we go again, right? So we're going to make this Mania about John Cena breaking Ric Flair's record, right? Unofficial record, by the way. That'll be another podcast for another time. But yeah. So then Cody's music hits. Figuring, okay, we're going to get this showdown between Cody and John real quick. Point to the fucking sign. John's going to leave the ring. Right? Well, then Travis Scott's music hits. Right? And he comes out. The final boss, The Rock, comes out, right? Get in there, they do the stuff. Now, mind you, Travis Scott's got stage. So, like, is this play off into something? They going to use the stage Cody Rhodes. Now, I'm sorry I don't have the audio, right? But I'll paraphrase it. He told Rock just like this. I've already sold my soul. I gave my soul to this ring and to these people, right? So, Rock, go fuck yourself. I'm going to say that again. Rock, go fuck yourself. You talk about livid. The crowd was eating it up. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. This is cool, right? Is The Rock going to jump fucking, here's what are they doing, right? I am, then Cena gives that hug, right? The hug that The Rock, Dwayne, that you're constantly fucking chasing every time you show up on my fucking television. You come out, oh, you want to kiss the babies, you want to say your nursery fucking rhymes, but then you want to shit on people. You can't. Hey, Mr. Board, now hold that. We're gonna get back to you. So then you have John Cena hugging Cody and looking at The Rock. Here's something that I think they lost an opportunity on. The Rock. You guys remember back when Nation of Domination. So you got to remember back to Attitude Era. This would be like a 1998, summer 1998, right? Remember the eyebrow? I can't do it. I got the eyebrows to do it. Right? Remember when they jumped on Farouk, kicked Farouk out of the Nation. The Rock did, took off from the ring, did the eyebrow. Next thing you know, they jump on Farouk. When Owen Hart, God rest his soul, joined the Nation, The Rock did the eyebrow. So I thought they lost an opportunity. The Rock with his fucking Jim Jones fucking type stare, right? He got fucking John Cena to drink the Final Boss Kool-Aid, right? Because John Cena gave this stoic look, a look that I had only seen from when he Fast and the Furious series, right? So John Cena did the unthinkable and kicked Cody Rhodes right in the nads. And boy, did they lay into Cody Rhodes. He takes the Rolex off of Cody. They bust Cody open. No pun intended, right? And we got this heel John Cena turn. The one thing that was dope about it, though, was the press conference when it come to John Cena. John Cena shows up at the press conference, doesn't say a word, sits down, grabs the mic, looks at the crowd. Looks at the, people in the presser, mic drop, leaves. That was the best you could do. So the thing is, when it comes to Dwayne, right? Fuck you. Here's my thing. You chase the hug and you want all the accolades that a Jey Uso, that a Cody Rhodes, that a Gunther, that a Damian Priest, a Rhea Ripley, a Liv Morgan, a Tiffany Stratton, guys and girls that are aired every single Monday night, Friday night, the guys and gals on NXT, they're in their ring, busting their ass at their craft, right, to get better. And you want to show up in WrestleMania season and all the fucking glory, right? Now, not only that, you got Cena with you. Oh, there's a right. You have a, so here's my thing to that, and you can look at the fucking ticker here a second, right? Right there, bottom fucking ticker, right? Where is it at? Here we go. Oh, there we go. No, I want to hold up. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Now I got the bottom. Now let me get it. See if I can get this with the ticker. I'll say it like this. Fuck The Rock, fuck John Cena, and fuck Travis Scott. Yes, I'm in my fucking basement, Dwayne. I am in my fucking busted open Sirius XM fucking pink robe, right? Wearing, right? You motherfucker. Wearing busted fucking open, right? You want to talk about you're the fucking needle mover? You ain't no fucking needle mover, right? Last year, you know what moved fucking tickets last year for WrestleMania? Because I bought the motherfuckers, so I know. What moved the fucking needle last year for WrestleMania was when CM Punk came back into Survivor Series. That moved tickets. I watched the fucking ticket sales. When you did the shit with Cody, it didn't move. The needle didn't move, right? I think that made you jealous, Dwayne, that Roman, your cousin, the bloodline, the head of the table, the tribal chief, will move the needle further than you, right? I think that burns your ass, Dwayne. Burns your ass, right? That nobody bows down to kiss your fucking feet. What's that junk ass fucking tequila you're pushing? Probably tastes like fucking cactus piss. You want some fucking real tequila, Dwayne? You want some fucking real tequila? Drink some fucking Casamigos, right? Greatest fucking tequila on the fucking market. Right? Fuck Travis Scott. Fuck The Rock. Fuck John Cena. Right? John Cena, you want to piss on your legacy? Right? Is that how you want to go out? Is that, hey, John, I'll do it to you like this, buddy. Mr. You can't see me. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Boy, that shit went out the window last night, didn't it? Right? Right, John? That went out the window. So now, what are you really about? Right? You're about money. Right? You're about yourself, you selfish fuck. Think about all those. Look, truth be told, I got a 22-year-old son. All he's ever known is babyface John Cena. Now, I will say this. He's riding with heel John Cena, right? But what'd you do this for, right? Oh, did it for myself. I did it for The Rock, right? Bullshit, right? Still the first ballot Hall of Famer. But I tell you what, I hope December 31st, 2025, the last time we ever see John Cena, hey, I would love, hey, I would be accepted if you put him in the Hall of Fame this year so we don't have to see him next year, right? I cannot wait for Raw tomorrow night, SmackDown on Friday for the post fallout of this John Cena. Now, we will have, what's up, Paul? Sitting here doing a wrestling thing, Bubby. Anyway, it's to stay in character here, Dwayne. Forget The Rock. I got you, sir. Forget The Rock. Forget John Cena. Forget Travis Scott, right? Banners. Right? Now, I'm going to, due to time constraints, be in and soon. But look, so when it comes to moving tickets, right? Do I want The Rock? You know, not in this form, right? I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm gonna watch regardless. But the company needs The Rock. That's what's crazy. So from a business standpoint, right? They're currently in tier 1 of the available seats at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. In order for them to move to tier 2, right? Tier 3 is every seat in the building open. But to get to tier 2, they need at least 51,000 sold. Last check, and I checked this afternoon, I believe they've got a shade under 46,000 sold. I contributed. So yeah, they, from a business and a company and a board member standpoint, they need The Rock. They need someone like that to help move some tickets, right? But how many times can they keep going to that well? Right? Not very many, right? Um, but Rock, Dwayne, you want to crap on my buddy Dave LaGreca here, right? You want to talk about, you pride yourself, $7 is how you started, and your daddy trained you, and you did. You put in the work that way, right? This man here, Dave LaGreca, started his radio show, Busted Open, who, by the way, you are scared to come on, right? They've offered you 5 minutes to come. You could come as Dwayne. You could come as The Rock. You could come as the final boss. But you're scared, Dwayne. Why are you scared of Dave LaGreca? Why are you scared of the Busted Open Nation, right? Answer that, right? Because it's a movement, right? It's a movement that will be around long after you're gone, right? Case in point, here's the big revelation, fans. If you guys, for those of you that don't follow my other social pages, when I mean I sold, okay, you wanted Cody Rhodes to sell his soul for a couple dollars. You wanted Cody Rhodes to sell his soul for some fame and fortune. You can't sell your soul for money, right? Money comes and goes, Rock. But what doesn't come and go is a movement. With that being said, I am a loyal member of the Busted Open Nation, right? I call in regularly. I attend. I support, right? They and those guys and gals, they support the fans, because if you go listen to it, it's a show that was created by the fans for the fans, right? My man Dave LaGreca started that show 15 years ago and was given 1 hour, 1 day a week. Now they're on 7 days a week with, let's see, at least probably 6 to 8 hours of live programming on Sirius XM channel 156. If you don't have it, I don't know what you're doing with your cars now. And also the Busted Open podcast on YouTube. All this stuff. Anyway, I pledge allegiance to the Busted Open Nation. And here it is, guys. I have the Busted Open logo tattooed, right? It's real, very real. As in Kurt Angle says, oh, it's real. It's damn real, right? You can't do that, Dwayne. You can't stand that, can you? Challenge you. Busted Open debate, live town hall with The Rock, right? You got the balls, Dwayne? You got the balls, John? Travis Scott, hey, no really beef with you, not too much into your music, right? I love hip hop. I know who you are. But Travis, you get out of line. Maybe call ASAP Rocky. Right? Busted Open. Right? So anyway, let's retract this one more time. If you're down with The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott, then here we go. Right? Like Tupac said about Notorious Big. F John Cena, F The Rock, and F Travis Scott. And if you're down with them, F you too. Right? That's all that's needed to be said. Right? Anyway, to recap, John Cena turns heel and aligns himself with The Rock, right? Everything that John Cena professed to be, he threw away when he kicked Cody Rhodes between the legs, right? Oh, for 23 years, it's been about the fans. And now, oh, poor me. I'm not in the main event of WrestleMania. Poor me, right? Cry me a river. Cry me a river, John, right? hustle with loyalty and respect, that means nothing now, right? Nothing. You guys have been great. I'm gonna end this. Hey, I do want to remind everybody, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And as always, right? Busted open 24/7, man. Like, share, subscribe this, like, share, subscribe all of their pages, all of their people on there. Big shout out to my Nation's Corner crew, Mongrovian Mike, Deb Housen, Neil, Trenda, Tony, George, Chris, Steve. I mean, Chad from Albany. Can't wait for the ones of you guys that are gonna make it to Vegas. Boy, we're gonna have a blast. And we are, hey, to take a line of the Blue Meanie and Stevie Richards when it comes to the Blue World Order. Come Vegas, when it comes to Vegas, we're taking over, right? Hey, you guys have been lovely. Again, that I sold my soul for, Dwayne. John, I love you guys. You guys have been great. You guys want this cool busted open merch just like this, the busted open pink robe? Go to podswag.com. Check them out, man. Anyway, let me get this out of here. I love you guys. Peace, love, bubblegum. It's been nice. Be kind to one another. I'm out. Okay.